Hello, my name is Ashley Indigo, aka the Divine Moon Goddess, and this is about 5 minutes of the rest of the Aries reading and the beginning of the Taurus reading for August 2021. So let's get into it. First off, I do want to apologize. It did take me a little bit of time to finish up the Aries reading, but one thing that's really beautiful about that is there's so much that's transcended and so much that has happened in my life over the past few days, outside of getting my daughter ready for 8th grade, which is a pretty big fucking deal. But just so many miraculous, beautiful things, and my connection with everything that's going on, and my connection with God and everyone around me has just multiplied. So I'm very thankful for that. Sounds like some people out there having fun. The Aries reading. This is the very last card that I got from the angel message. The Aries reading, all I do is talk about being held accountable, stepping up to the plate. Unaccountable adults create unaccountable children. I've been having a pulling lately with my name being Ashley Indigo. That's my God-given name because indigo was just whispered in my ear. I didn't even know what an indigo was when I heard it. That is something that's related to children. I just look back on my life and I think about all the different times that children and how my love for children and just how I've been about children has. And I truly believe that my role here is to advocate for the children, not through a program, not through a foundation, but just by being very real, being very raw, being honest about myself as a parent, helping some of you to be honest about yourself as a parent, and showing you how to reparent the child part of you that never got what they feel they were owed. And not even that, showing us how to be better parents for our children so that they can be the children that God intended them to be. So Aries, this is your closing message. Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children in particular. You can help children who are sensitive. The only thing that I'm going to say is all that fire that we talked about. Show children how to channel that fire. Fire is a symbolism for passion. Show children how to channel that passion, not into hurting themselves, not into hurting others, not into hurting the earth, not into hurting animals, into hurting the system by being themselves. So that's what we're going to do. Now, let me get into it. Taurus, this is one of my favorite fucking signs. You're awesome. You're loyal. And very similar to the Leo in the loyalty department. So really tap into that loyalty. I have some cards I'm going to read for you about a few different decks. I will try to post the links in the comments. In the, not the comments, in the bio section. The links to, or the cards that I use, and how to get in contact with me if you decide that you want any personal readings for the month of August, or anything moving forward. So the energy for the month. Let's get into the energy for the month, Taurus. Where's my, here we go. Here's that one. Okay, so the energy for the month, Taurus. Let's tap into it. First off, it's a beautiful ass day. Every day has been a beautiful ass day, but today is a beautiful ass day. The sun is shining bright. Just feeling really one with it. How many have had some crazy things happen last night? Today is actually 8/9, the day after our new moon. I had some crazy, crazy shit happen last night. I felt like I felt an earthquake. 1, 2, 3, 4, pow. Okay. I'm going to give it to you straight. It was weird, though, because when I would finally be able to get up, because sleep paralysis, I guess that's what we'll call it. Ooh, okay. Okay, it's not that bad. We've got some things that we have to hone in. Okay. So, first things first. 43. Man holding a coin. This was upside down. 4 stands for angel protection. That's positive, and that's good all the way around the board regardless. 3 stands with ascended masters protection. So now we're talking people like Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi. And also 3 is all about making sure that you are balanced. Not in lifestyle, but mind, body, and soul. Action. Making sure the things that you say Well, no. Let's start with thinking, making sure the things that we think line up with the things that we speak, line up with the things that we do. It's all about action. So for you this month, the energy that's going to be held and the energy that you're going to be working with is a slower energy. It's not so much about being lazy as it is about um, realizing that you don't have to work so much for your money. Man holding a coin. And when I say not work, we all have jobs, if that's what you want to call them. But the point of them, their true intention was to have a purpose. Everybody had a job, kind of like a village. Everybody gets their part and everybody has a job and everybody has a purpose. And that purpose, everybody has a purpose they have to play with. Everybody has assignment. That purpose is how you are provided for. Money isn't going to matter. It matters now a little bit, but even the walls around that are dissolving a little bit. Right now, with the way things are headed, we still do very much need 3D payment to be able to sustain life here right now, because that's just kind of how everybody survives. But truly, we were not meant for that. 4 and 3 is 7. 7 is God's number. That's God's favorite number. We were brought here to do what we were born to do. We were born to create. But we all have different ways of creating. We all have different roles that we play. So Taurus, even though you are a money sign, an earth sign, and so, what you have, with you it's seeing is believing, because Tauruses are proof people. Show me a picture, it didn't happen. Those type of people. You have to realize that your gift is enough. Your talents are enough. Just because you're not getting paid for them, just because you're not getting paid for it, doesn't mean that it's not your purpose. Just because you don't see the instant gratification of cash or material riches around you, doesn't mean that there's not things going on in the background. I'm hearing to listen. Listen to, we'll call them the whispers, because they're soft. It almost kind of feels like someone's blowing in your ear a little bit. Anytime I hear any of that stuff, it always takes place here, but as of lately, it literally feels like someone's blowing in my ear. It's probably been over the past 3 days. It feels like someone's blowing in my ear when they're speaking. So, this is an illusion. Man does not control anything. God controls everything. Those are some illusions that we need to break down. It's not all about money. You're always going to be provided for. The Healer of the Ages. I love this card because it's very reminiscent of the Jesus that we've been programmed to digest. This is what we've been programmed that he looks like. He looks nothing like that. It doesn't really matter what he looks like, because only here in a 3D plane do we care about looks. Where we're going and where he comes from, it doesn't matter what color he is. It doesn't really matter. That's not the point. The point is his messages. Somewhere you've lost sight of the messages. You've lost sight of your inner truth. You're kind of in a deep slumber, and it's taking you a little bit of time to wake up, but you are going to wake up to the truth. You're going to wake up to the illusions. Even though it seems like you might even feel crazy right now, like you're torn between the two, because, like I said, Tauruses are very factual people. If you didn't take a picture, if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. Prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. Nobody has to prove shit to you, because it just is. You either accept it or you don't accept it. But either way, the messages are coming to you. 5 means to let go. Let go of the programming. Let go of everything you've been taught. Let go of everything that no longer suits you. 1 is we create our reality with our thoughts. What are you thinking about? Are your thoughts serving you? How do they serve you? 5 and 1 is 6. You need to strengthen the relationship with yourself. You are so far gone you've gone so far left, and it's time to come back. There's only 2 ways to go, and I hope you choose the right way. Because at the end of the day, it's a choice. That's why nobody has to prove anything, because your belief is a choice. Your belief systems are a choice. Forget about believing that anybody has to prove anything to you, Taurus. God doesn't even have to prove anything to you. That's just who you are, and that's what comes with the territory. But some things can't be proved. I mean, the wind is still real, and I can feel that. I don't see that, but it's very real. Step outside of what these two eyes see and learn how to feel a little bit more. This is where connection comes in. This is why connection is so important. This is why energy is so important. Because we need to spend, earth signs, Tauruses, spend a little bit of time with your water sign friends. They are going to show you how to feel. They are going to teach you how to feel. Feeling might not come naturally to you. Feeling might not be your thing. But they are going to show you. They are going to show you how to calm down. They're going to show you how to flow. And that's really what you need to learn right now, Taurus. You came in this earth one way. But it doesn't mean that there aren't other attributes that you need to pick up. This is all about being responsible because you're so, and held accountable because you're so stubborn-headed. That's what the horns are for. Anything with horns is stubborn. But it's time to accept what is true and really step out of your own thought process. Step into your spiritual body. Step out of your physical body. You might be experiencing some astral projection, like in your sleep unwillingly, because that was happening to me. I still, at this point, have no interest in astral projection. But what I will say is I did do lots of research to find out why in my sleep is my body fighting my mind. And then I found out it's because I'm fighting myself. That battle of the mind is internal. And so it's like, I need to look within, listen, be open to learning new ways to deal with the things that are going on. Be open. Don't be so bullheaded. Don't be so stubborn-headed. Be open. Be willing to see everything that's not right in front of your eyes. Financial constraints, 13. This is upside down. There has been some fear of lack. Some people are scared of the shit that's happening in these stores. Some people are very afraid because when we look on the cabinets and you look at the shelves, things are empty. Things are very empty. Things are seemingly running out, but they're not really running out if you would just look, because we are abundant. Abundance is our birthright. We were brought here to have. When we came, we already had everything we needed. But because of certain illusions, because of thoughts and belief systems put in place, there's no possible way you could have that because I don't see that. But that's not the truth. Step into the truth. Step out of the lies. Unprogram yourself. Taurus, be willing to do something different, because I feel like familiarity is your comfort blanket. You never want to be too far away from home. If you do, not for too long. You never really want to quite try that because you've never heard of that. You never really mess with that girl because you don't mess with girls like that. You don't mess with dudes like that. Be willing to step outside the box. You have the planet of Venus. Venus is your planet. Venus is all about beauty. Stop being so hard and stop being so stubborn and be willing to see the beauty in everything. Everything is beautiful. The flowers, the plants. Listen to beautiful music. Tap into the beauty. We're surrounded by beauty on a daily basis. Not just our kids. Not just the beauty of having things. But the beauty of having had things if you're not in a situation of having. You really need to break out of that mindset of if I don't see it, I don't have it. That's been holding you back, that financial constraint. That's been holding you back, your mind. Every day it's a battle of the mind. Every day it's a battle of the spirit. Every day it's a battle of the soul. But you have to tap in and realize that you are abundant even if it doesn't look like it. 1 in the 13 means we create our reality with our thoughts. What are you thinking about? What are you telling yourself about your reality? Are you telling yourself you're broke because you don't see cash in your wallet? Are you telling yourself that you're poor or you're struggling? because you don't have the nicest things around you? Are you constantly thinking about how you just got to work these hours, you've just got to get there, if you can just do this, you can just get that, you can just... All of that, every single bit of that type of mindset says, I'm lacking, I don't have, I'm missing something. But that's not true. Try being appreciative. Be glad that you woke up today, for starters. Be glad that you might not have much, but you have something. You might want a house and be in an apartment, but be glad that you have an apartment. Be glad that you were blessed with an apartment. You might hate cleaning, but be blessed that you have a place to clean. Because a lot of people don't have a place to clean. Shit, a lot of people right now don't even have a place to go. A lot of people don't know where they're going to go. Be your own peace. If you can't be a part of your own solution, please don't be a part of the problem. There's always a choice. Are you going to choose to bitch and moan, or are you going to choose to believe something different? The choice is yours. That mindset has to melt away. And if you do what is required, it will. But you have to stop just looking to the future and be present in the moment and ask yourself in a present moment, am I thinking abundant thoughts? Am I saying abundant words? Am I speaking abundance over my life? And am I doing actions that line up with abundance? Am I afraid to spend? Am I afraid to speak as if I'm not broke because my reality shows that I'm broke? Am I afraid to think that I deserve better? A lot of people are operating out of fear and they just don't know it. And if you're not operating out of fear, you're not operating out of love. God can only run through you when you're operating at a certain frequency, when you're operating at a certain level of understanding, of intellectual, not even really intellectual, of spiritual understanding. The intellect comes with the spiritual understanding, but spirit is all knowing. But you have to start thinking better thoughts, and you have to start holding yourself accountable to the finish line. It takes 3 things in this world to physically manifest anything: what you think, what you speak, what you do. The Bible will tell you. And no, I know you can't take everything verbatim, but so many things in this world are twisted and crooked because confusion is of the enemy. Whoever you think the enemy is, if that's the devil, if that's Satan, if that's dark energies, whatever it is, confusion is not of God because it stems from one main emotion: fear. Anything that is not of love is of fear. Anything that is not of love is not of God. Those are facts. Those are just the facts. Someone can try to spin that as an opinion, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not up for me to think for you. It's up for me to receive information, give information, and you do with it what you will. Because I had my time where I was given information, and I did with it what I would. I always chose the hard road on purpose. But it was just because I had such a burning desire to be different. I never wanted to be just like anybody. I never wanted to be a carbon copy. And that was something that was innate in me. And even I find when I try to do things that are not of me, when I try to do things that aren't my own original thought, when I try to do things like kind of like in a followy way, I just feel weird. Like I don't feel like I'm being true to who I am. And for a long time, that made me uncomfortable. Setting myself apart and being looked at and having the eyes on me. But I have to realize that I was chosen for this very role, for this very moment, for all of the beautiful, magical, weird, crazy, I won't even say scary because there's not really anything to be scared of if you're rooted in love. Time. Magician. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is all about angel protection. Just knowing that you're loved, you're protected, and it's not just angels, it's ancestors too. Ancestors are very much your angels. We all came here with a couple guardian angels, but then we have our loved ones that pass. We have, our ancestors. And our ancestors, when I say ancestors, I mean all the beautiful, beautiful DNA that is coursing through your veins, all the beautiful, different thousands of hundreds of people that made you. You were literally made of hundreds of thousands of people. And that's so special. So special. And even if, I heard something one day and it said, even if you don't know who they are, even if you don't even know they exist, they sure as hell know who you are and they know that you exist. That's what's important. The Magician in the Mirror. Okay. I kind of see like an angel devil thing going on here a little bit. Not so much as like anything to be scared of, but duality. And the message that we are all made of magic. We're all made of magic. And anything you can do, I can do. Not anything you can do, I can do better. Not a competitive spirit. But we're all the same. God is our all-knowing. All-knowing. Our energy is all-knowing. I see that 8. That's very symbolic because yesterday was 8-8. And 8 is all about karma. It's all about success. You get what... 8, that's like that's the one. Like, that's the number of all numbers. It's so important because that's the one that teaches you get what you put out. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put out, you get back, and then some. And 8-8, the portal was all about that. 8 is all about that. Just that number in general. And so you have to know that whatever you get out, you put... I mean, that's just who we are. That's just how we were made. Whatever we create, we get back. Whatever we put out, we get back. And that's an energetic standpoint. You'll put out bad energies. You'll put out good energies. But it's up to you to transmute them. It's up to you to understand. It's up to you to understand that every single person in this world is a mirror. They are a mirror of each other because we were all made in the same likeness, in the same image. Doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter. I feel like Tauruses feel like they just have a choice. I dated a Taurus. I did a couple Tauruses. And I had one tell me that these were just the cards he was dealt. That's it. That's all. Got no control over it. It's just it. That's not fucking true. You might have been dealt a set of cards, but once you turn 18, 1 and 8, that equals 9, completion, you have choices. Your choices start to hold against you. Your choices start to come back on you because now you're complete. Your growing is complete. Your adolescent, your child years are done. It is time to take responsibility and realize that we all have a choice. And I just really I even hear the song in my head. Can't sing because my throat chakra's been out. Probably because I've been talking my ass off, affirming my truth off, left and right and left. Anything you can do, I can do. Not better, but anything you can do, I can do. We're all the same. If there's someone that you look up to, not idolize, not worship, not in that dark way, because all the praise and all the glory should go to God. That's it, that's all. But if there's someone you look up to, if there's someone you feel, how do they do it? I just want to be able to do it. Talk to them. Because when we realize the God in ourselves, we realize the God in everyone. Once we realize what we can do, we realize what other people can do, and vice versa. Once we realize what other people can do, we realize what we can do. 5 is about letting go. Keep letting go of the program and keep letting that fall away. But hold yourself accountable. And you have to make sure that you're thinking, speaking, and doing what needs to be done in order to receive. 5 and 3 is 8. It's that 8 again, karma. You get what you receive. You reap what you sow. So if some of you haven't sowed shit, don't be mad that you ain't getting shit back. That's just how that goes. Before man made any law, the universe had laws. Those are the ones that stay in place. The thing about God is he is eternal, and he just is. And everything he says is going to stay. It's going to be set in stone. You don't got to believe it. He's not going to try to prove it to you. That's just how he goes. Now let's just get a message from our ancestors. We'll do a message from our ancestors, Taurus. Let's get a message from our ancestors. What do our ancestors want us to know for the month of August? What do our ancestors want us to know for the month of August? What do they want us to know? What do our ancestors, these ones are all stuck together, want us to know for the month of August, Taurus? What could they possibly want us to know? These cards are super stuck together. They're like, I don't use this deck very, very often. It took me a while to get attuned to it. I didn't know how to use it. I felt like it wasn't right. So, ooh, it's almost like they don't want to, or maybe there's too much to say. I don't know. They don't want to spread open. Oop, here we go. There's one. There's one. We'll do 3. I feel like 3 is a good number. Unless more than 3 comes out, we'll be on 3. I might have to go through and try to... These ones right here, they're stuck. Oop. We'll just say the couple in my hand. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, yeah, they're super stuck together. Taurus, this is a message from our ancestors for the month of August. That's what they want y'all to know. This reminds me of a Taurus. A lot of Tauruses have nice, strong hair. Nice, strong, thick hair. That's why you want to take care of it, because that hair is energy. That energy might be plugged in. I don't really understand it. You know, there's so much to learn, so much to know, but I'm going to get down to it. Seer, see beyond the current situation. I can't not make this shit up. That's what I told you the first 4 cards. Just because it's not in front of your eyes doesn't mean it's not going on. Also, I see some people seeing mini movies, like their third eye opening. Clairvoyant, being able to see but not trusting because they're afraid, because maybe there are some ancestors, well, they're still ancestors, or maybe there are some, I really want to say like grandparents energy, the ones